Alright, today we have a 1250 point battle. It's a team game, so there is a Tau and an Orc player here, about 650, 675 points each, give or take. On this side over here we have Grey Knights teaming up with Eldar. There is a group of Storm Guardians of the Warlock inside this Wave Serpent. There are some Grey Knight troopers inside the Land Raider. There's a bunch of Terminators with a Grandmaster, and a Farseer with some jet bikes. Alright, let's begin. Okay, end of the top of turn one. The Orc army advanced up along with the Tau. They all advanced up the side here. We had some shooting. A railgun shot from the hammerhead there took out a single biker. That's all they could really see. And unfortunately, these looters over here were just in range of the Eldar vehicle, and with some fluky dice rolls, immobilized this poor transport over here. So he's immobilized, but at least he's not dead. So be it, I guess. All right, back in a bit. Okay, end of turn one, bottom of turn one. The combined Eldar Grey Knight army moved the tank up a little bit. The tank fired into the bikers, killed 3 bikers with a combination of autocannon, multi-shots, all that kind of stuff. Over here, we flew over and tried to fire at the stealth suits. We saw them, but couldn't kill any of them, and the Terminators walked up. And that was it. Alright, back in a bit. Okay, we finished the top of turn 2 for the Orcs and the Tau. They continued to advance up. The bikes shifted over a little bit. They fired a bunch of stuff into my bikes. Fortune was active, but unfortunately a single wound, and it got through both rerollable saves. Very sad. Not a lot of other action. The Terminators got fired at by a lot of guns. The Looters fired at them, a bunch of other stuff fired at them, but they were resilient. They survived, so they are actually still ticking there. Alright, we'll be back in a bit. So end of turn 2, the Eldar bikes moved up to about here, fired at the stealth suits, killed a single Melta guy, then flew back. The vehicle moved up, pulverized shots into the bikers, but unfortunately only killed 1 biker. The Grey Knight Terminators fired into the Orcs, but only killed 1 Orc. And the Storm Guardians finally left their immobilized vehicle and are hiding behind the tank, hoping to advance with the rest of the army. Alright, back in a bit. Okay, so top of turn 3, the Orcs moved up. They didn't wog, they wanted to get a little bit closer. There was some firing going on. 1 Terminator unfortunately died from a single wound from the rockets of the Ludas, and the Terminator rolled a 1. Over here, a single biker died again, even though they've had Fortune up for 2 rounds now. They keep dying from single, or 1 or 2 wounds every time. Not making a rolls there. But other than that, not a lot happened, just the armies advanced up. So Eldar and Grey Knights are going to have to make something happen, maybe pop some guys out of this vehicle, maybe try to get those guys up there in the melee. Alright, here we go. Okay, we just ended turn 3. A lot of action happened. There was finally some assaulting. The Land Raider moved up, took some shots at the battle wagon. Couldn't do anything to it though.
No,
but,
immobilized.
Immobilized it, yeah, that's right. That's true. It is immobilized. These guys popped out, came over here with the help of the Terminators, charged into the Orcs and the remaining bikers, and as you can see, wiped them out. Then consolidated away to the back. Over here, the jet bikes moved up, fired, killed 4 Tau Warriors, and then moved back. Alright, so a lot of action happened. Some kill points finally got achieved to try to bring the battle to a head. Here we go. Okay, we finished the top of 4. Another lone biker died here from a hail of fire over here, but Fortune held up for everyone else, including a Melta shot on the Warlock. That was a lucky shot for him. These guys fired everything they had, double shots into the Terminators, but the Terminator armor held. Over here, the big mech tried to repair the immobilized battle wagon, but sadly didn't roll high enough, so it's still immobilized. And there was some shooting from the Looters over here, only 1 hit, and it was saved by cover save. So that was, the tide is turning. Here we go. Eldar turn. Eldar and Grey Knight. Okay, end of turn 4, the Eldar and Grey Knights, they fired over here, still didn't kill that with the multi-melta, but blew off a weapon, so it's immobilized and it's missing its gun. These guys over here moved in and just chopped down the big mech, or whatever, or the mech boy, whatever his name was. These guys just walked over and ran. They flew in, gunned down a bunch of Kroots, 6 Kroot, and then flew away with a jetpack move. And these guys in here shot and charged into and slaughtered an entire unit of Tau Warriors and are ready to take on whatever is down around there. Alright, back in a bit. Okay, we're in the middle of the top of turn 5. Just giving you a little roundup here. 1 Justicar went down. He got shot to pieces. These guys got nuked by a submunition round from the Hammerhead over here, and just about half the unit died, and they ran away. They failed their leadership. Over here, 2 Terminators got shot down by a variety of Melta and fusion and pulse rifle weaponry, and then they got charged, and it's going to be a brave battle for the Grandmaster and his remaining Terminator. We're going to see what happens over there. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, so as expected, this combat was a mulch for the Grey Knights. They chopped through a bunch of Kroots, and they're on the warpath. All right. Okay, turn 5 ended. Over here, there was some jet bikes flew over to gun down the fleeing unit of Kroot because there was not much else to shoot at. The Flamer cooked 3 shield drones, and the Grey Knights charged in, put 3 out of 4 wounds on this guy. He survived, but he ran away. He's running away. These guys over here just regrouped and are just sitting around there, trying not to die. Over here, the Melta took out the battle wagon finally. The ensuing explosion killed one of the Grey Knights, but a single member survived, so he's hiding behind the building like a coward. Alright, the game continued. We rolled, so it'll be turn 6. Okay, back in a bit. Okay, so we finished the top of turn 6. The Grey Knights, unfortunately, this guy rallied and gunned down both Grey Knights. Actually, sorry, the Ludas took down the Flamer Grey Knight, and the Melta-gun just zotted the Grandmaster. He's toast. Otherwise, the railgun over there missed, failed to hit anything over there. And a Warlock was killed by a plasma rifle shot here, failed his fortune save. So it's pretty painful. There we go. But otherwise, it's looking pretty decent so far for the combined team. All right, back in a bit. Okay, round up, bottom of turn 6. These guys fired over here, gunned down the last wound on the Tau commander, and that vehicle ran up there, and the multi-Melta took out the Hammerhead. All right, on to turn 7 because we rolled and it's continuing. Okay, so wrapping it up, the Orcs have surrendered. They took some final shots with the Ludas onto this vehicle way over here, but unfortunately couldn't get any penetrations on it, and there's not enough left for them to contest, so the game will end. Did we ever figure out what the score was? I don't know.
We got 2.
2, I think we had 6 maybe, so I think it's 6-2 in favor of the Eldar and the Grey Knights. Although it's a pretty sparse battlefield, most things seem to have died. Alright, thanks guys, it was a good game. Good game.